makes Australian spiders so dangerous?
It's their cunning and their organisation, Stephen. And the fact they're willing to put the man-hours in. They will stalk you for weeks. They'll look for patterns in your behaviour, and they'll strike when you least expect it. Just as you're hovering over a poorly bee, holding a shoe high, that's when they'll come and bite you in the bum.
You mean the spider is working with the bee?
Yes. The bee is saying, there's not much longer left for me, but you could have a bit of fun here. Come on. Come in and bite him.
So is it that they sort of hide in loos?
Well, not deliberately, but the only real danger they seem to threat these days, since 1981, when anti-venoms were introduced all around Australia, there are two very poisonous types. There's the redback and the funnel web, the famous funnel web.
People's reaction.
There's the redback.
Is it the way that people...
Yeah, that no one has died from a spider bite since 1981. Yeah. No one in Australia. But people have been in accidents, which have been fatal, some of them, and certainly have caused enormous damage, from spiders that have dropped out of sun visors in cars and fallen on people, and they go, "Ugh!" like that, and then crashed. So that's their danger now, oddly enough, not their venom.
If I were throwing a tree party, how would you go about serving a cheese log?
It's a slow method, this, but you make an Arctic roll, which I think is out of sort of milky, ice creamy stuff, and then just leave it for a long while, and it turns into cheese, and it's a cheese log. And people say, oh, it's disgusting, but...
it would satisfy the conditions of making a cheese log, it's true. It's an animal we're after. Any thoughts?
We're so tempted.
Cheese log's an animal, is it? How would you go about serving it? Well, how about like this?
There is a recipe for these animals. Yeah.
Oh, it's squirrel. It's got to be squirrel.
Oh!
Thank you for getting that out.
I wanted to put that, but there is a recipe for squirrel these days.
You can
and it is fantastically good news for those of us interested in the animal life of our country, is that it turns out that the interloping grey squirrels you can eat, and we can tuck into them, but red squirrels, which we're trying to sort of look after, you can't eat them because they taste nasty. So it's the
the red ones taste of strawberries.
Do you know where the red ones are only left in England?
Isle of Wight. They have some red squirrels there, and then there are a few left in Scotland and a few little...
You're on a British Conservancy...
Woodland Trust.
Woodland
I'm
Trust.
the president
You're
of Woodland Trust. Woodland...
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the Woodland Trust.
Woodland...
How do you become the president?
Did the
squirrels
vote for you?
Ladies and gentlemen, president of the Woodland Trust. Yes, I would love to eat grey squirrels. Perhaps on the website there could be a photo of you with a tail hanging out.
Our animal is grey as well. The animal that we wanted to eat is a lot smaller than a grey squirrel, however.
Oh, a dormouse.
And it lives in a tree, or often under tree bark.
A woodlouse.
A woodlouse is the right answer. Way! Well done.
Well done. Thank you.
And you asked how you would serve it, and the answer is, in the marvellous book which I can recommend by Mr. Vincent M. Holt, Why Not Eat Insects, it's called, he considers woodlouse superior to shrimp. And if you look at them, you will see they are not unlike shrimps. In fact, they're more closely related to shrimps than they are to millipedes or centipedes, for example. Shrimps are just insects of the sea, after all, and we eat them with literally with relish, in fact.
I've eaten several insects, not woodlouse, but with wasps and locusts and things.
That's how you got the Woodland Trust gig.
Yeah.
I've had locust in chocolate.
What's it like?
Yeah. Locust in chocolate. It was quite nice.
They're like prawn things, really, aren't they?
They are like prawns, exactly that. Anyway, he recommends quantity of the finest woodlouse. They swarm under the bark of a very rotten tree, easy to find. Drop them into boiling water. It will kill them instantly, but not turn them red. At the same time, put into a saucepan a quarter of a pound of fresh butter, a teaspoonful of flour, a small glass of water, a little milk, some pepper and salt. Place it on the stove. As soon as the sauce is thick, take it off, put in the woodlice. This is an excellent sauce for fish. So that's how you would serve it, Joe.
Yeah. There was definitely a sort of fudge with wasps in it. I remember that one.
Wasp fudge?
Wasp fudge.
Leave it out for an hour. All fudge has wasps.
Exactly.
It is strange, though, when you look at that, because we were talking about it earlier, that, you know, shrimp, it is an insect, but we quite happily eat that.
Yes.
Pick the legs off it, take the head off, and...
I know, and lobsters and things, that, as you say, we'll happily eat them as a treat.
But these... Oh, God. It's not done me any favours. And I felt so confident I was going to have the scorpion as well, not now.
I love the scorpion.
You wouldn't have the scorpion?
I love the scorpion.
Oh, my dear fellow. There you are.
Well, those fellas are
So
really...
you mean you're going to take it
Well,
home?
I've had those. The aftertaste of them is just horrendous. It is there for hours, but I'll have that.
Yep. You're going to eat it now in front of us?
Well,
or
I'll put it on in my mouth. It might.
Yeah.
I'll break it in half. And
That's a good idea.
Make it manageable.
Yeah.
Half the poison, half the fun.
How do you do it?
God.
You're telling me something, innit?
That is... Wow, that is one tough...
I think the scorpion might be alive. I think it might be like Han Solo.
Hey!
Well, not anymore, it's not.
Right, tail end or front?
Well, I would go for the front. The tail end might have a sting in it or something.
Always ask a lady.
Yeah. Hey! Oh.
Said it.
James.
Oh.
Well, you could hardly break the thing, so...
Come back in 9 hours.
Oh, you're having one too. Good for you. Excellent.
Well, I've been licking the brittle and I thought I was going to be here all night if I'm trying to get... I was eating it like a club biscuit.
So
Just get all the chocolate off.
is it quite sweet in there? Is it sugar? It's basically sugar, isn't it?
It's horrible, the brittle.
Can't feel my toes.
It's like hemlock. It just works all the way up.
It's like bonfire night with death.
Go on, Sarah. You know you want to.
You've got to be joking.
Have a lick anyway.
That's what you had, the chocolate and...
I had the
Sarah,
chocolate
just
ant.
think,
The chocolate
what if we all developed superpowers as a result of this? How could you eat that? He has the power of...
You saw what it did to me.
He has the power of nausea.
That is absolutely repellent.
It is,
As
isn't
soon
it?
as you break the chocolate, it whiffs.
I know, it's not nice.
Hang on. Something's happening. Something's happening.
Oh, my God. Something...
Coming a scorpion! Oh, God, I can lick it.
I don't know.
Are scorpions known for forward rolls?
Definitely.
Oh, yes, Sarah, you're showing your ignorance there. Very famous for their forward roll.
It's got 8 legs, sits in the middle of a spider's web, but is not a spider. Jebrand.
1.5 flies.
Wouldn't that be 9 legs?
No, and the half has lost a leg. That's been eaten. In theory, that is right.
If... yes, it would... Why...
Don't you hate it when you try and help a spider and it resists you and then one of its legs comes off? Just get on the paper and... Oh, and daddy long legs, they're even worse.
Yeah, they
The
are.
spider could do the 6 and the clockwise with its 2 legs.
It probably can easily. Yeah, it's laughing up its sleeve at us, if they have sleeves. 8 sleeves. It's laughing up its 8 sleeves. This does seem very bizarre. It sits in the middle of a web, has 8 legs, looks exactly like a spider, but it isn't a spider.
Is it an unlucky octopus?
A beached octopus. Well,
Is it some sort of predator that wants to eat spiders? Is it one of those?
Actually, it's the reverse. It's a spider that wants to deter predators, so it creates a fake spider.
Shut up.
There. That's made of its dead skin, it's made of leaf mould, it's made of all kinds of bits and pieces. There you can see the sort of body. You only see 4 of the legs there. It's already making a woman in the audience wet herself.
Did someone just make that?
A spider did.
Or is that real?
Spiders make them. That's the point. They make them...
Is that to scale?
Well, it's almost in the sense that it's 5 times bigger than the actual spider. So the spider is quite small. It makes this enormous spider, and sometimes it lives in a pouch in the abdomen, and no one's quite sure why. They think it may be to deter predators because it looks too big, or that it may be to suggest to other spiders that you can't steal this web because it's occupied. But
It's like a scarecrow, really, isn't it?
Basically, yeah. Or
It
turning your
may
lights on in your house to get
just
burglars off.
Be a hobby.
Yes.
when your life is sitting in a corner of a shed eating flies, you've got to have something.
It is in the middle of the Peruvian jungle where there are not so many sheds.
They don't even eat them, do they? They drink them because they wrap them up in their silky web, and then the prey dissolves into a fluid, and then they suck it when it's a liquid thing.
That's good eating.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. The amazing thing is, and this is really extraordinary, is that another species of spider altogether, as far away as you could virtually get on the planet, 11,000 or so miles away, across from Peru in the Philippines, does almost exactly the same thing, and nobody knows if that's convergent evolution or whether it's actually be a weird raft that managed to get all the way across that amount of work.
It's God, Stephen, it's just God.
Just God. I overlooked that possibility.
Mysterious ways.
Very mysterious ways. So that's the Peruvian spider that makes huge models of itself.
Are those spiders to scale?
Because I'm telling you now, Japan are going to be all over that.
What music do spiders like?
Well, I reckon they got 8 legs. They'd appreciate a one-man band. You know, that chicka chicka ching doom doom. No, they'd kind of appreciate that all-round entertainer.
Etc.
Kylie Minogue.
What is it?
Spinning around.
Oh, spinning around, very good. You could have said Andrew Lloyd Webber, I suppose.
Actually, on a similar note, might it be Cliff Richards? Because
Richards?
isn't his real name Cliff Richard, rather? I beg your pardon. Webb.
His real name's Webb.
Marty
Very good.
Webb.
Marty Webb. It's all just, isn't it?
But I don't think spiders are that into puns. I think they like flies, stuff like that. Cheese. I'll tell you an interesting fact about spiders. The huntsman spider, which, well, one a little fact everyone knows, doesn't actually build a web, is the only spider with lungs.
Oh, I like that.
So you can get it a birthday cake with a candle on.
Yeah.
That's a sweet thing to think of. What a nice way of thinking. What do spiders do to flies?
They wrap them up in web, like in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and...
Silk.
And then take them off, wait till they've toughened up a bit, and then they eat them.
Well, that's the other thing, is they don't eat them, they drink them.
They drink them.
Because they squirt them with acid that dissolves them into a sort of...
Flies, when they land on your
kind of
food,
soup.
they immediately vomit on it. And then they tread about on it like that, get it all mushy, and then they digest that.
That's quite rude, isn't it?
It is. They listen with their feet. Their 8 feet.
Here you coming.
And they have a
listen with
penis
their
on their head.
Oh,
That's on the end of a little feeler. That's where their mating organ is, the males.
they're just a mess, aren't
Exactly. They're all dickheads. They have 8 eyes as well, most of them.
Spiders have 8 eyes and 8 legs.
Yes, yeah. Well, the answer to this question is it does seem to be classical music because they did an experiment and they found that in the University of Ohio, in this instance, is they or are they?
The University of all else better to do it.
Well, no.
Formerly the Polytechnic of all else.
So, domestic spiders were subjected to Bach, techno, which I believe is some kind of modern music, and rap. For techno and rap, they built their webs as far away from the speakers as possible, and for classical music, close to it. Someone very close to me told me about a music called Tesco. Do you know about that?
No.
It's a blend of disco and techno. It's sweet. And it's Tesco. And they have Tesco evenings in certain nightclubs.
Really?
It's a type of modern young person's dance music, like two-step UK garage, for example, which is my particular favourite.
These would be nightclubs right on the edge of town. On the edge of plenty of parking.
What am I describing here? Pure, intense, brilliant pain, like fire walking over flaming charcoal with a 3-inch rusty nail in your heel.
Childbirth.
Probably.
Is it a bee sting?
But yeah, there is a man called Schmidt. He's devoted his life to creating the Schmidt scale of insect bite or sting pain. And he is being bitten or stung by just about every stinging, biting insect there is. Oh. And he writes rather sort of wine connoisseur descriptions. Ow! There, look at that, of the pain. And it starts at 1 and goes up to +4, which is the one we've just heard, the bullet ant. But it starts with a sweat bee at 1, which you can see on the left there.
Wow.
That's light, ephemeral, almost fruity. A tiny spark has singed a single hair on your arm.
Notes of blackberry.
Yes, notes of blackberry. Exactly, leather and
Is
tobacco.
number 10 like listening to Westlife?
Okay, mate. Then 1.8 is the bullhorn acacia ant, a rare, piercing, elevated sort of pain. Someone has fired a staple into your cheek.
What a hell of an office party that was.
To make a comparison?
I guess he has. Then there's the bald-faced hornet, rich, hearty, slightly crunchy, similar to getting your hand mashed in a revolving door.
It's a very good thing to document.
Then there's the yellow jacket. Imagine W.C. Fields extinguishing a cigar on your tongue.
Specifically W.C.
I still like him.
Did you see the documentary where the guy wanted to be... He was into being bitten by snakes?
I was bitten. That's what it was called, wasn't it?
I was bitten.
Yeah, he was really... It was a pleasurable thing. So he went
liked
for
that.
bigger and bigger and harder and harder.
But he was getting almost a kind of buzz out of it rather than pain, wasn't it?
So how do you know this guy isn't?
Well, he may be, but it's the paper was caustic and burning, distinctly bitter aftertaste, like spilling a beaker of hydrochloric acid on a paper cut. That's nasty. Then there's the bullet ant, which is the one I described. Pure, intense, brilliant pain. Like It's called the bullet ant because it's like getting shot with a bullet. There it is. Yeah. Nasty piece of work. Anyway, yes, the fact is entomologist Justin Schmidt has been stung by almost every insect and describes the bullet ant sting as the most painful on Earth.
What's all legs and no trousers? Or anything else very much?
Oh. It sounds like my daughter on Instagram, my teenage daughter.
Yes, a lot of legs and no trousers.
Yeah, they do a lot of that, don't
Posing.
they? Yeah.
Jamal is nodding. Like,
yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah, no, I've heard.
Have you?
No, but
I've heard that there are women posing like that on Instagram.
Really?
I've never investigated. I don't even have Instagram. Whatever. Be quiet. No.
Sea spider.
Sea spider.
Sea spider. They are almost all leg. There's some. Look at these.
Oh.
They are sometimes known as nobodies. I mean, they do actually have bodies, and they have a brain and a mouth and so on. They suck their prey through a proboscis, but the guts are in the legs, the genitals are in the legs, they breathe through their legs. The main problem is that they have such long legs, and I sympathise with this.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I've had this happen to me at the seaside. Sometimes barnacles and algae attach themselves. And that slows you right down.
I've got short legs.
Yeah.
I genuinely have never, as an adult, had a pair of trousers that I haven't had to take up.
Yeah, but what you can do is cut that off and make a jacket. Let's have a quick look at the way they walk. The interesting thing is, as they're walking, their way of breathing, they're absorbing oxygen from seawater, which is sucked in through holes in the legs. It is actually quite inefficient, but in, for example, high oxygen freezing waters of the Antarctic, it works well enough.
there doesn't seem to be much going for them, because you said even their way of getting the water in is not very effective.
Yeah. The two animals you showed me, they're both a bit crap, isn't it?
You wouldn't want to be one of those?
No, I wouldn't want to be them or even look at them, really. Yeah, I prefer a staff or something. That's just...
My favourite double S underwater animal, sea slugs, also known as nudibranchs.
Is that them?
Yes, I think they're rather marvellous. There's over 3,000 different species, and they have wonderful names like sea clown, shaggy mouse, the wet lemon, the white-spotted sea goddess, the hunchback Doris. I think they're rather beautiful, don't you?
And they're the same thing?
There's over 3,000 different species. They're the same type of animal.
Can they breed with each other?
No. Do you mean
No.
like taking a cocker spaniel and a poodle and making a dog?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that would work out at all. Check out this next one, the green sea slug. It is one of the only animals to get its food from photosynthesis, so exactly like plants.
wow.
And it does it by consuming algae and then stealing its chloroplasts, that's the cell parts that are responsible for photosynthesis, and making them work for it instead. So honestly, it can eat simply by lying out in the sun.
Are you sure it's not just a leaf? It looks like a leaf to me, and you're just explaining a leaf.
This is the initiation on QI.
Things are rarely as they seem.
No. Has anybody ever heard bees having sex?
Oh,
Yeah, it was one of the worst porn films I ever saw.
There it is, in fact.
They got kicked out of Kew Gardens for that.
The extraordinary thing is that it makes an audible sound. It's a very female-centred society. The women do all the work. No, I know, Carrie, I had no change there.
No change.
And the drones, the boys, their sole job is to mate with the queen, and hardly any of them get a chance to do so. But if you manage to mate with the queen, once you have done so, your phallus ejaculates from your body, the whole thing tears off with an audible pop.
I think most blokes would think that's worth it.
Well, it actually plugs up the vagina. That's the whole point, is it stops the semen coming back out again. So all of the drones want to mate with the Queen, but only a very few of them are able to do so.
It's like Beyonce and Jay-Z. So if many want Queen Bee, she chooses one who lets her down, and she steals his phallus and makes an album about it.
She has sex with multiple drones.
Beyonce?
Not Beyonce.
What does she do with all the spare...
The spare? They get ejected eventually. She gets rid of them.
That must be intimidating. You go in to see the Queen and they're all on a shelf.
It's a dartboard. They're not. Don't open the door!
Well, Murray's the bee that's just had sex with her. He walks out like that, and there's a big long queue, and then his cock just hits him on the back of the head. Oh, sorry.
But how long do you think they have sex for?
I'm thinking if you knew that was going to happen, you'd be making it last as long.
As long as it's anywhere between 10 and 80 minutes.
OK.
And sometimes while they're flying, which must be, you know...
Is that like the Mile High Club for bees?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! This is better than I imagined. Oh, no!
Where do you think this little chap lives?
Oh, I bet it's about your person, is it?
It's certainly... Let's just say it is parasitical.
It looks like it fits on the top of a pencil.
Like a luck charm for your exams.
You know, like kids have stuff on the end of their pencils, yeah?
Yeah.
One of those?
Or has someone's head been removed? Is it a massive thing?
Ah! No, it's not that.
I reckon it looks like it lives around something that's long.
Yes.
Long and it's got lots of blood in it.
It's... Yeah.
Well, maybe a couple of veins. It might have a couple of veins in it over there. Just to give it a bit of purchase, because it was just long and smooth, it would slide down it.
Where are you going?
Something that's got a certain texture to it. Sean, it's got a bit of give in it.
I'm going to rein you in, Sean.
I'm just...
Yeah. You're kind of right. It's a slidey organ, a wet organ that
Looking at me for... I think, looking at it, I think it lives in the dark.
It's black all around it.
That's it in its natural environment. Yes. No, it's got that translucent, I'm not worried about how I look thing.
Yes. Actually, it's a mouth piece. It's a mouth part that it latches onto.
The tongue.
The tongue.
The tongue, yes. There's a tongue of a particular fish. It is indeed. It's called the tongue-eating louse.
Is it the tongue of the...
It is...
Developed fins.
Do fish have tongues? I have never heard of...
Yeah.
What? Really? What?
Yes.
Why?
They have... Why?
Well, how else are they going to whistle?
This is the African blacktail.
That's not its actual size, is it?
Yes, it's a big fish. It's the African blacktail. The really gruesome thing about this louse is that it latches onto the tongue. You can see how big it is. And it sucks the blood out of the tongue such that the tongue disappears and it replaces the tongue. The animal thinks its tongue is actually this louse. And it lives in there quite happily and breeds, and its children live in the gills, and it just colonises the head.
So when the fish sees that photo, it's going to be really embarrassing.
Yes, exactly.
No wonder everyone was looking at me oddly at that party.
So the fish goes without a tongue, the louse gets free food.
On the plus side, it just looks like it's on a massive space hopper.
Does it die, the fish?
No, it carries on with a false tongue.
Well, parasites like to keep their host alive, don't they?
Well, that's it. It's to their advantage, because the point is the food that passes into the mouth.
It's probably not that bad.
No.
There's worse things happen to a fish, like being caught, as it has been there.
Yes, by a human. Yeah. It probably finds the human more disgusting than the louse.
Yeah.
There's a flatworm that sort of inserts itself into crabs and then grows through all the parts of the crab till it pops out the top and then drives the crab around.
Yes.
Get out of the way! I'm after some seaweed!
Who has sex for 15 years and gets licked to death by their own children?
Got to be an insect or something,
Yeah, is it something like a termite?
It is a termite. You're
It is?
absolutely right. Yes.
Did you know?
Let's just be warned, even if you like insects, I think this is a bit gross, OK? So
And
we are...
I don't really like insects.
Right, so
I accept they're necessary.
Yeah, they are necessary, but this is, honestly, a yellow pulsating mass. So the termite queen, just like bees, is the only fertile female in the colony, and she gives birth to all the rest. But unlike other insects, mates for life, and I mean literally. So, after choosing, a king spends 15 years incessantly mating to produce the nest colony. She produces one egg every 3 seconds.
No.
I know. Oh. So over 250 million in her lifetime. And...
It's like a paintball machine.
So that you can just see her head at the front, and that is her body, and that her egg-producing organ becomes so massive that she's rendered entirely... There she is. Oh. I know. She's played by Olivia Colman in the film. She's literally pulsating, producing eggs the whole time. She grows to be too large to leave the cell. She can be 100 times the size of the other termites.
Is that the king there on the end?
No, that's her.
The black bit at the end
Is
there?
her.
That's her.
And the rest is egg-producing organ.
Oh.
I said it was gross.
Is she having sex and producing an egg at the same time?
Yeah, so she's endlessly shagging. She goes through about 5 to 10 kings in her lifetime. I think they just get exhausted. I think they can't deal with it.
I mean, does she do it the same way every time? Like, do they have to experiment with the sex life to keep it fun and...
Yeah. No, I think she just gets rid of the king. And she can't move, so her babies tend to her, they feed her, they clean her, they drink the secretion that she sweats. Look at this. I did warn you, it's revolting. But when she has outlived her usefulness, so she's not producing enough babies anymore, the children surround her and they lick her to death. They literally suck the fluids and fats from her body.
Who'd have thought that there was such a disgusting story behind something as lovely as a termite?
Why did the spider go to the bathroom?
They don't come up the plug hole, they fall in.
Correctly, Correctington.
Fall in and they can't get out.
OK, well, that makes sense.
But why do they go there? Are they thirsty?
Well, they're house spiders. So they live in a house.
In the house?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got the hang of this show.
I still feel there's a trick coming.
They're usually hidden nicely in the wainscoting. Yeah. They can last a long time without food, but one thing they can't do without
is a drink.
No, just put your own considerations apart.
Are they voyeurs? Do they like watching people in the bar? You'll always find me in the bar. Here they come.
That's why they're called spider.
I spider. Yeah. As I say, they can do without food and they can do without drink, but they can't do without...
washing.
Exercise.
Exercise. Well, this kind of it's sex. The male spider, come autumn, has got to get his rocks off.
Really? Oh.
And this is where they lose their inhibitions, and that's when you'll see them in bathrooms and so on. And basically, they don't really stand out most. In carpets, you might miss them, but in bathrooms, against the white, and unmistakable.
But what happens if they don't have
fall
sex?
into the bath. Well,
they explode?
just... It's a primary imperative amongst a lot of animals.
They have an 8-finger shuffle.
Essentially, when I see these spiders running around at my house in the autumn, they're just really horny.
Yes. They're males looking for a female.
That makes it worse.
But it's worth thinking about. I've become round to spiders, I think,
they're
because they eat about 2,000 bugs
insects
a year. And that's 2,000 less of those in your house.
Yeah.
And just one spider.
Completely, totally friendly.
Or two, really, because they've got to have sex.
Yes, they have.
I pulled a curtain once when I was still in bed, and you know the absolute dread thing of seeing that above you, and for the length for it to drop, I was up over my boyfriend and at the end of the room before it dropped on there.
That's impressive.
The quickest
Shrieking.
I've ever moved in my life.
That'd be a very good Olympic sport, spider drop. The height of the spider, and then the distance you're going to travel, some calculation, degree of difficulty.
Yes. That's a garden spider web,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I saw one of them
But
yesterday.
in houses, you get cobwebs. In other words, sort of messy, asymmetrical,
good
which
piece
in
of work.
film companies have spray cobweb, which is the most glorious thing. I'm sure you tell it in Jonathan Ross. You think, that's this magical stuff. You could presumably buy it online, but it's so great for Halloween parties. I recommend it.
Did you just say Jonathan Ross?
You didn't notice. Sorry, I meant Graham Creek.
Yeah, I know, that was just very funny.
I like the idea of Alan having had a brief career as Jonathan Ross.
Maybe it's like Doctor Who. Everyone gets a shot at being Jonathan Ross.
You were the sixth Jonathan Ross, weren't you?
Had a long enough
I remember your transformation.
to regenerate.
Spiders, I think, can't see very well. So I think you would have been as much a surprise to the spider.
Yeah.
As, do you know what I mean? I think I don't think they drop on you on... Don't think, see you and think,
that's true.
I'll have a go.
She's a tarper! She's a tarper! I'm going to get an autograph. She's got
Publicity shy.
I used to like you.
I used to...
That was brilliant. It was like Jonathan Ross was in the room. It was fantastic.